Okay, now we're back for round 2, and in this tutorial for aerotechplusone, also Monty, we're going to be doing selectors. Now, selectors is just, as it says, selectors. Basically, what we're going to be selecting. Now, there are basically 3 selectors within JQuery, which is basically, let's say, standard and easy to use. And there are also more, such as all, except, and stuff like that. Now I'm going to create some objects here. Just going to leave it as that. This is what the template. This is our template here. This is what we did last tutorial, but we're going to be selecting some buttons. So first off, we have to create the buttons. So I'm going to create a button with class continue, one with class resume, one with id resume, and one with just button. Now let's call it button E. Remember, in HTML you can also create your own tags. This won't be a button, so let's call it P or paragraph. Now we have 3 objects here that you're going to be working with. You're going to button. We're going to work for button with class continue. You're going to work with a button with the ID resume, and you're going to work with a paragraph. That's all. So in our script tag, we can use the document.ready function, but basically we don't really need that. Whenever you're working with JQuery, always remember to put your script below what you're going to be selecting. So you see what you're going to be selecting here, these 3 objects, your script way below it or just under below it. Whenever it is below, it will work. Whereas in the next tutorial I'll show you a way how you can create your script before you have your buttons and stuff. So in order to select, you can use jQuery, open brackets, put now inverted commas, or if you want to you could have quotation marks like this. I'm just going to use inverted commas because it's only one button, and basically this will be it. Then you're going to add some methods to it, but instead of jQuery I like to use the shorter way, which is known as the $sign, open bracket, and we're going to be selecting a class. Now remember, it must be in inverted commas or quotation marks, unless if it's let's say it's in body. Example, body, you can document. You can just have it like that. It used to be like that. But example, to use HTML, all the things are tags. Document is not a tag. Document is the whole page itself. That's why it's called document ready function. So whenever the document is fully loaded, that means it's ready. Then you're going to go down to the script and check what's in the script. So it's going to be like document.ready open bracket function, and it's going to be like this with our code within it. Or in other words, it's better to have it like this. jQuery better understands like this, document.ready function. And our selector here is document. Our method is ready, and just create a function. So we're going to be selecting our class. So select a class, we use the period sign, period, and our class name is continue for our button here. So we just selected continue here right now, and we're going to click hi. We're going to have it to be HTML, you're going to change the HTML using DOM, change heartbeat to ABC, and you're going to just duplicate that and change the other one to ABCDEFG, and this other one will be resume. Now resume is an ID, so you're going to use the pound sign for IDs, and you're going to have resume the name. So in order to select a class, we have our selector, whereas the name of what you're going to be selecting is continue. So classes use a period sign and the name. IDs use a hashtag or pound sign and its name. So both of them is going to run both of these objects as soon as the page loads, since we don't have an event handler, such as you can click a button, and as you click the button, this thing can come into action, but this will be in the next tutorial under event handlers. And the further one you're going to be selecting is the p tag. Now p tag is just an HTML object. Either it can be, let's say, this say pb, the open pb, close pb. That will be a tag I created myself and going to contain some text within it. But no, you're just going to create we're just going to be using the p tag, which is paragraph or HTML. And in order to work with HTML tags, either you created it or it's built in, then you also have your dollar sign, open bracket, and in your inverted commas or quotation marks, you're just going to have no period, no pound sign, just the name of the tag, what's in the tag itself. If what's in the tag is called counter, then it's going to be counter, such as counter, open counter, close counter. Just going to be selecting just counter only, since it has no ID, it's just any class. Buttons, if I select button as in this here, you can see like both of these buttons here. Now that's why I use an ID and a class. I don't want you to select both buttons because it creates the same effect for both buttons. For example, if I have the hide function, it hide both buttons, even if they both are selected above here, such as class continue and ID resume. So let's get along with this. So what I'm going to do for P, I'm going to change its content to, let's see, this is a paragraph. And remember, line terminator is a semicolon, it means that you've ended your line. If I don't have my line terminator here, it means that this is just a continuation of the line like this. It's going to be read like this by the computer. So for line terminator, this will be two different objects here, 1 and 2. So basically you have it on a different line to make it much neater. I'm going to save that, run that in the browser. So here it is. This is a paragraph. ABC was button number 1, which is that here. You change heartbeat to ABC, then you change heartbeat from the other button to ABCDEFG, and you change the P tag. We had heartbeat also, you change it to this is a paragraph. So basically that's it for selectors. Remember, a dot or period is used for classes, a pound sign is used for IDs, and just what's in the tag is used for what's in the HTML tag, such as this here quoting tag is used for HTML tags to change objects. Later on you'll learn about the not select, the exceptionals, and the other stuff. And also in general, just to show you guys, body, we're going to be selecting button, And even though we added effects to these two here, we're going to change the value of button. No, we can be changing, if you change the value, the HTML value, then it will change both of them things to both these things to what you're going to be adding here. So you're going to have an animate open brackets, this here, width. This is another method of jQuery, the animate, and you're going to have it to 400. Should be like this, width 400 pixels. So we select our CSS, its width to 400 pixels. So when you run this in Firefox, you load our page. Here it is, it animated. As you saw, it just animated in front of you. It extends the width nice and smooth. This is the animation effect of jQuery. So thanks for watching the video, and see you guys soon.